Hey, it's Crew, also known as a Rainy Storm, checking in for the Saturn sign series. You feel me? I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologer, and I specialize in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at arainystorm.wix.com/info, and you can find me on all social media at arainystorm. So, you already know what it is. You feel me? These are the things as we step into the announcements. We have the new moon in Aquarius video coming through. You know what I mean? Mars activations, new moon in Aquarius, all that information down below. You know what I mean? Make sure you also subscribe to the Patreon, because by the time you're looking at this video, the Patreon will be on deck. All right. It wasn't active. I thought it was active before, but it's not active. So if you would like to see the Mars activation, and you are a part of the Rainy Storm Patreon community, that will be uploaded there, okay? That will be the first video that will be uploaded in the Patreon, okay? So you can actually check it out, before the actual drop. VIP, right? Yeah, so dope. No? Okay, that's cool. But also we have the Tapestry on deck. You could view the full thing on the website, hand-painted by yours truly. You feel me? Thank you. Appreciate it. No. It was nothing. It was something, but it was nothing. Also, too, okay, we also have the Papyrus paper, which I will be talking about later on in the year. If you want to see the full thing, you can see this. By the time you view this video, this will also be on deck. You know what I mean? Record your history, folks. Pass it down to the next generation. You know I'm all about that, all right? Because you are important, and only you can prevent forest fires. All right, so I think that's all the announcements we have. I wanted to take a quick break. I know some of y'all was like, you know, especially if you've been following me, I know some of y'all was probably like, well, what happened? Well, first of all, I had to take care of me. That's the first thing up in this bitch. All right. Second of all, I just needed a quick break to like regroup. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have been shit to y'all if I would have tried to put out them Saturn videos last week. I just would have been shit to y'all. And like I said before, I'm going to try to, you know, especially when I feel this kind of energy, just kind of putting the videos out there, recording the videos, so y'all have something, you know what I mean, that y'all can hold down just in case a nigga does get, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I could come back to y'all with that you feel me? But, yo, I let this be a message to you, to my Saturn and Tauruses. When it's time to rest. And I know you probably, actually, maybe with the Saturn and Taurus, you might have a little bit of problem resting here, right? You might be an overworkaholic, but we're going to get into that, all right? So, let's talk about Saturn first and foremost, and let's just talk about the outer planets, concluding Saturn. You know what I mean? We're in the outer planets phase. We're in the collective energy phase. So you will share this Saturn with someone else. When we talk about Saturn returns, I did not talk about this in the Aries video, but when we talk about Saturn returns, wherever your Saturn is, this is where you will be experiencing your Saturn return. So my Saturn and Taurus is, you want to see what house this is going to be activated in when you are experiencing your Saturn return here. Okay. So yeah, to my Saturn and Taurus babies, all right? I wore this ensemble because y'all know how I am with the fits, you feel me? It's very Taurian-like, but I also just wanted to lighten the blow, you feel me, with the Saturn energy, because it can definitely be dense, it can be heavy. You know, this is where we talk about limitations, this is where we talk about control, this is where we talk about traditions, perpetual things that have been going on for centuries and centuries at a time. You know, this is the government systems, you know what I mean? This is the energy that rules over Aquarius and Capricorn. But we notice Capricornian themes when we're talking about Saturn here. Okay, so it gets real. But also too, on the other end of Saturn, a lot of people don't really fuck with Saturn only because Saturn is gonna get your ass together. You know, Saturn is gonna learn you. It's gonna teach you. You know what I mean? I think about it as like the wise old man in the stoop. You know what I mean? Or the wise old man that's playing chess all day. You feel me? And he just dropping game. Or the old man that comes into your life randomly out of nowhere, drunk as hell, delivering messages. You know what I mean? Or if it's not that, then he's kind of stern. And he might tell you some things that you don't want to hear, but you got to hear it because it's Saturn, baby. Saturn, okay? You know what I'm talking about. For those of you that know that know. All right? So, yes. So, as we talk about Saturn and we move into the energy of Taurus here, what does that mean? Okay? And we know Taurus to be a very consistent sign, okay? It's a consistent zodiac sign. But with Saturn here, you might be very inconsistent with your shit. Very unstable. Not knowing when to take a break. Because Taurus sure does know how to take a break. All right? But also, too, at the other end of that, Taurus can be an overworkaholic. Because Taurus really appreciates having that stability and security and that sense of stability and security. So on this end with Saturn here, you might be a little bit unstable. There might be a lot of movement in your life, movement going on, and not just movement physically, but just movement mind, but definitely movement physically, because we're talking about physical here, the material realm, fixed earth here with Taurus. Definitely. I think also too, if we're talking about Taurus and being the throat chakra here, and we're talking about the voice and speaking. I know Gemini is more communication, but this is also the throat because Taurus rules the throat. This could also be withholding your actual truth, like how you truly feel, or you can be very like holding everything in and just exploding out like the bull. You feel me? Creating an energy of just not speaking or not really truly speaking on how you feel. Saturn can restrict your voice. You know what I mean? Also, too, I want to say, this is coming up for me. I didn't write this down, but this could be somewhere where there's like amazing singers or amazing artists that somebody or orators coming up, somebody who can be using their voice, but they just don't use it because they're not necessarily confident in what they have to say. But what they have to say is gold, but they just not saying it. So to my Saturn and Taurus generation, you know what I mean? This might have been you, you know what I mean? Or this might be you when it comes to you when you see this video in the ether one day. You feel me? What's good? You feel me? 2021 in this bitch. You feel me? But yeah, this is about allowing yourself to have pleasure. You might be an overworkaholic with Saturn and workaholic in just general. Like with Saturn here in Taurus, you might deprive yourself of enjoying like the finer things in life and, you know, the material pleasures of the world due to whatever reason. But that's on you, boo. You feel me? But you want to allow yourself to enjoy that and be able to indulge in that Venusian energy of Taurus when it does come through. I put land, did I say that? Seeing your value. And then also I want to talk about the land and ownership about that too. It could be a struggle for Tauruses with the Saturn here to see like their intrinsic value within themselves, because Taurus is the embodiment of like, this is who I am. After we get from Aries, this is who I am. And then Taurus is like, you know what? I see myself, I value myself, therefore I won't accept nothing less. Fixed earth. I don't want that, I want this. Give me that, not this. Taurus energy. So you could really struggle with allowing yourself to feel valued in a way, or feel, you know what I'm saying? Really feel that energy of abundance within your life, because Taurus is very abundant. And also too, one of the master manifestation signs, as well as Pisces. So allowing yourself not to enjoy the fruits of your labor is another thing that we see with Saturn and Taurus. Getting them figure straight, that money, because we're talking about money here too. Money's finances might be all over the place, or just relegated to, let me take care of the people, take care of the home, pay the bills, and hey yo, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta make sure, yes, the money is good, maybe even creating a budget for yourself if that's the case, but you also want to make sure that those pleasures are going to you, so you're able to continue to give to other people. You know what I mean? Needing to be still, once again, this movement. And also too, I do want to just talk about ownership in general. Just land ownership. Definitely want to do your own research on this, but with Saturn and Taurus here, there can be a lot of societal restrictions on the land, or talking about the land and what ownership means. And I'm just gonna say that's really how I'm gonna keep it with Saturn and Taurus here. But you definitely want to look into that. I would really push, you know, my Saturn and Taurus generation to really look into land ownership and things like that. But ooh, also the question that I want to leave you in. Oh, creating long-term goals. That's another thing, because Taurus is in it for the long haul on all fronts, okay? And then wanting to rush the process, wanting to have the thing now, when it's like, nah, slow and steady wins the race. You feel me? Definitely. And then also, too, I want to beg to ask y'all the question before we do conclude this video. What does security and being secure really do truly look like to you? And that will definitely help you during your transit, your Saturn return transit, you feel me? And yeah, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for coming through. As always, we're going to be moving to Saturn and Gemini. All right, to my Saturn and Gemini babies. And let's go.